Okay, folks, it is the Saturday of the Guilford Fair, and for the last maybe 150, 160 years, there's also been a parade associated with that. We haven't been around that long, at least I haven't.
Close.
Matt Espinoza, Tony Fapiano. And we have actually Donald Beckler behind camera, and Stephanie Scott is helping us out this morning. And at some point, Charlie Zeggers is going to join us. He's on his way here from New York. Where's your brother-in-law?
Stuck in traffic. He didn't plan it.
I can imagine. I can imagine. Well, this is a big deal today. This is the 375th anniversary of the town, birthday of the town, and as a result, the parade, I think, is bigger than it's ever been.
Yeah, you can tell just driving around town this morning. There's more of a hubbub than usual. This is always a big day, but today you can tell there's something extra.
Yeah, and what we're going to do now, as we usually do, is we're going to start at this point. We're on the assembly route, by the way, at the corner of Norton and Whitfield Street. There's actually some more behind us, and down Whitfield, and down all different directions. But we're going to start here and work our way towards the corner of Whitfield and Boston Street. And along the way, we'll try to talk to some of the people that are setting up and get some information about the floats and so forth. Now, your son is on the Calvin Leet. My grandson is on the Calvin Leet float.
Yeah, it's a big deal in our house. Our first fourth grader, he gets to be in the parade on one of the floats, so, yeah, so we're excited.
So he's excited. What is it?
He's a candle.
A candle?
He's a candle.
Well, that's a good entree into the Guilford Parade, I guess. As far as, did you get involved with that?
No, they actually, I was going to talk to Amy Sullivan, who organized it, when we get farther down there, but I got a first-hand view of it this year as far as how the committee was formed, how the students had a huge choice in choosing what the theme would be. So it was actually a very cool experience.
Yeah, and for you, that's probably a good experience because you are a principal in the East Haven school system, so you can kind of see what goes on here.
Oh yeah, I got some leadership tips as far as how to let the kids in on some of the decisions in the school.
And mobilize everybody, really, that's the key, to get the volunteers going. All right, Matt, let's take a break and we'll get started with this first float, which I believe is Baldwin. Yep. I'll do the first one, then we'll alternate all the way down, all right?
Sounds good.
Okay, Donald. Okay, folks, the first float, as I mentioned, that we're going to talk to is the Baldwin Middle School. And you are? Terry Jenbro. Okay, and who's behind you? Let's get their names. Okay, now all of you worked on this float?
Yes.
Come on closer to me.
All parents and students.
Okay, and how many kids you have on the float?
We have 40 on the float and probably 50 walking.
Okay, and the theme this year is the 375th, our history, our present, and our future. I believe that's the theme. What did you do?
We're doing all three, actually. The present are students of Baldwin. The past will be dressing up colonial. And the future, some will dress as future doctors or lawyers or whatever career they want.
Nice. And did you get good participation, obviously, from the parents?
Very, very good.
Yeah. Whose truck is it?
A&W Sanitation.
A&W, big local company. That's good because the flatbeds are so important to the parade. They really make it, and I know the kids are going to have a good time. So, hey kids, what school is this?
Baldwin!
No, I didn't hear that. Let me hear it. We're going to see you on the parade route, all right? Okay, we'll see you over there. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, we're with Melissa Jones Float, our next school, and it's funny because the people who are organizing this float are already asking if they won. Unfortunately, I don't have that kind of pull. I actually don't know who won yet, but if you would just introduce yourselves.
I'm Mary Mensing, I'm the float chairperson.
Good morning, I'm Helene Garrick. I'm the treasurer of the Melissa Jones PTO.
All right, now things look good. I'm guessing this has a little bit of a 375th feel, and it's got a little historical action going on. Can you explain just a little bit how you chose the theme and what the theme is for this float?
Well, the past is the Clapboard Hill School, and the present is the playground that we're working to rebuild, and the future is the kids someday being the class of 2023. Is that what we decided?
We did.
2023?
And we decided, growing up in Guilford, the children have a very bright future. So you see lots of pictures of the sunshine, and they may even have sunglasses on. We'll see.
Perfect. And who donated the truck today so we can give them a little bit of credit?
The Ballards.
All right. So they're doing a lot. They're donating a lot of the trucking company, their time today. So good luck.
And thanks to them.
What we're going to do, kids, when you guys go around the corner, we're going to practice a little bit. I'm going to say, what school is this? And you have to yell back to me, Melissa Jones. Ready? So we're going to practice twice. Ready? What school is this?
Melissa Jones!
One more time. What school is this?
Melissa Jones!
All right. And you got to be louder when you turn the corner. So I'm going to be waiting for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, folks, I'm with which school now?
Guilford Lake School.
Guilford Lakes. And you are?
Sarah Salato.
And Kathy Gambardella.
Okay, and you guys are in charge?
Yeah,
And
well,
the float committee.
yes, the float committee,
chairs.
exactly.
The float committee. And you had some other parents here. Did you get some help from them as well?
Yeah, they were a huge amount of help from all our different parents. They were wonderful, absolutely
And
wonderful.
you got a terrific lineup of kids here, too. You have a lot of kids already showed up, and it's almost an hour before the time that you're
Yeah,
actually
I
going to
know.
tip off.
My shoes, there's no time for shopping.
Wait a minute, come over here. Come over here. What's your name?
my son, Matthew.
What's your name?
Santino.
And
Santino.
how do you know her?
She's my mother.
Your mother. All right, do you know your mother's on TV right now?
Oh.
And you know you are too.
Al?
All right, now go back with the kids. All right, come on over here. Who gave you the truck? Who donated this?
Smedley Trucking. Yeah, and they also allowed us to go last night to their place and decorate it there. They were wonderful.
Okay. You see she's busy? Can't you see she's busy?
Obviously, I was doing
Go over there. No, that's good that you have the enthusiasm that you have, and you have a lot of kids here, which I think is
Yeah,
fantastic.
we have about 50 kids that were good to come on today, so we'll
And
see if
all
they all
fourth
show
graders.
up. All fourth graders.
Yeah, so you got a lot of the fourth graders.
Yeah, absolutely.
more than half. That's more than half.
Where do you get the money to do all this? This costs money, I would think.
PTO. The PTO. We had a small budget. We had a lot of people donate their time and materials.
Yeah,
And-
every year the PTO does fundraisers, and that's what covers things like this that we do.
All right. You know, I have a bad memory. Hey, kids, what school is this? No, I can't hear you. One more time. All right. Thank you.
All right, we're here with Amy Sullivan, the Calvin Leet float. I got to tell you first off, this is the first time that I've been this close to a float. I got to see what it was like from start to finish. So if you could just tell us a little bit about the float, how you chose it, and the theme, and I don't know if you want to give away your special surprise yet. Because this won't air till later, so you know we can do it. All right. So just a little bit about the float.
Sounds great. So this is my third year doing this float, and it's great. We start every year at the beginning of the school year, letting the kids totally decide. It's our big philosophy that the kids decide what the theme is, and then they come up with the entire plan. So we had meetings, they came up with the birthday party idea, and so we have the cake, and we had some great dads help build it. And it's just awesome. The kids painted it, and this is their float. They had the stone wall. Everything is theirs.
And that's what I was most impressed by, because I saw it every day. My son would come home and say, "This is what we did today," and I saw it from the beginning right up until when you guys were finished. And I'm amazed you guys got this done in 2 weeks, from soup to nuts.
It's impressive. We were about 4 hours last night at the top of my street building this cake, but it's great, and they can really take pride in all the hard work they did. So it's a great way to end fourth grade.
And who donated the truck for you today?
This is SC Ballard Trucking. It's a Guilford guy, grew up here, so that's great. And Chris Getch from Green Homes donated all the wood and put this all together for us.
And you can give away your special surprise if you'd like.
Special surprise is that our brand new principal, Mr. William Grimm, this year is going to ride on the float playing the drums.
And I think you can see him setting up back there. He's ready to go. All right. All right, Calvin Leet. I'm going to say what school is this, and you're going to yell back to me loud, all right? You ready? What school is this?
Calvin Lee!
Louder. What school is this?
Calvin Lee!
All right, nice job.
All right, wait a minute. Wait, we're not done with Calvin Lee. Now, who's this kid right here? What's your name? If you could just move that way a little bit. There you go. What's your name?
Lucas,
And how do I know you?
you're my grandfather?
I'm your grandfather. Do I look old enough to be your grandfather?
Yes.
I do?
Yes.
Oh, that's the wrong answer, Lucas. But bottom line, what are you going to be on this float today?
What?
What are you going to be on here?
A candle?
A candle. Are you going to be the brightest candle?
No.
No, I hope you will be. Anyway, all right, get back with your friends. Okay, folks, the assembly route is getting very, very crowded. But right now we're hooked up with another one of the schools. I'm not sure which one this is. Who is it?
A.W. Cox.
A.W. Cox. And you are?
I'm Susan Merkel Ward.
Megan Copeland.
Jennifer Benben.
Heather Renz.
Okay, and you guys, you have music, you have kids, you have everything. You've done everything here.
Bubbles. We have bubbles. Yeah.
And they're wait, they want to do this ahead of schedule. Wait a minute, what school is this? I didn't hear you. Oh, cut it now so I can talk to your mothers, all right? This is a lot of fun.
It is,
I hope
yes.
you guys are enjoying it.
We are, yes. Our hope is that the kids just have a rolling party for Guilford's birthday.
How long did it take to do all this?
Oh boy, I don't know. We had them come together probably about 5 times after school, right?
And where'd you get the truck from?
Palumbo's.
Oh, Palumbo. Oh, another good community citizen.
Yeah.
As far as being donating stuff to the town and to the parade and everything else. Now, this is your first experience, I guess, because you have 4th graders, right?
Correct.
Did you have older kids that have done this too?
This is our first.
Well, I'll tell you what, you've done a phenomenal job. Great job. Hey, one more time, I forgot already. What school is this? All right. Can we play some music? Go! Okay, folks, I hooked up with a group that's actually been in this parade as long as I can remember, the Nutmegger Chimney Service. And you guys have been doing this how many years?
26 years? 26, 27 years.
No, I said you guys.
Well, it's all relative.
Let me introduce you to this babe. What's your name?
Eric.
Eric?
Yes.
That's a funny name for a girl.
Erica?
Erica.
Is that better?
Erica's better. How did you decide to use balloons here?
Every year, Jill, the owner's wife, sets it up, and I just tell her, whatever you want to do, I'm up for it.
Oh, that's a good citizen, huh? That's a good citizen.
love it.
Are you involved? What do we got here? Let's take a look at these shoes.
You like the shoes?
Yeah.
I just got them.
Yeah. Actually, my wife would really like those.
Ordered
They're
online.
shiny and.
They're a little small.
Where'd you get them?
My wife.
All right, Eric. Thanks a lot. Appreciate it. All right.
All right, we're here with Guilford, the Guilford Friends of the Guilford Library. Could you introduce yourself and let us know a little bit about the float?
I'm Alyssa Andrews. I've been on this float for a couple years. I've been a friend of the library for many years. My grandmother actually, she works there, and she's been there for a while. We're just kind of promoting like the book sale and the bake sale, trying to get a lot of people into reading. So
When is the bake sale?
it's the 26th, 27th, and 28th, so next weekend.
And that's also a book sale too, right? Could you talk to us a little bit about that?
Yes, there are many books I'm actually helping set up, and there's tons of books. Last year was pretty good, and I heard we're going to have more this year.
All right, now we love the Guilford Library in my house. You have to tell us who your grandmother is because all the librarians there are amazing.
Doris Andrews.
See, and I think my sons know her, so that's great. Thank you very much. Have fun today.
Thank you.
Okay, folks, moving our way up the assembly route here, I hooked up with Roseanne Kelly, who is with the Community Fund indirectly.
Yes.
And how are you indirectly related to the Community Fund?
The Community Fund gives us funds for our sliding fee scale to help the income eligibility families at the Guilford Before and After School Care Program. We are very grateful for their support with our program over the years, and we're here to march with them.
Right, and they're a very bashful group. I don't know why. We tried to get them over here to talk to us, but what I know about the Community Fund, there's somebody that knows the Community Fund. Come here, Jen. Come step right in here. Right over here. Hi. Jen Cruitt, how are you, Jen?
Good, how are you?
Good. Community Fund. Tell us all about it.
Well, the Guilford Community Fund helps all the nonprofits in town. We are totally a nonprofit ourselves. We do not take anything. We do not use any of the money that we take in for our personal use. We help all the nonprofits, such as Before and After School Program, Women and Family Life Center, Domestic Violence.
You're going to hate yourself because you can't name all 22. You can't possibly remember them all.
The Cove. I can't possibly.
But there are 22 agencies that you support.
We have a board member that represents every agency so that it's very personal for every board member. Margaret Livingston from Guilford Savings Bank is our honorary chairperson this year, and she's fantastic. Margaret.
Come over here. See, I know she's not bashful.
Right.
Come right in here, Margaret.
I'm shy. This took a lot.
Oh, yeah, right. Margaret Livingston, many of you know you from your years at Guilford Savings Bank.
Yes.
Now a past president of Guilford Savings Bank.
Yes, retired as of February. Tim Geelan is now in charge.
Okay, and how did you get hooked up with the Guilford Community Fund?
Let me think. I'm Lydia Sheffield, taught my granddaughters at Our Lady of Mercy, and she approached me, asked me if I would be the honorary chair, and I was of the fund drive, and I was thrilled to be a part of it, having been in Guilford all my life.
So what's so good about the Community Fund that you were thrilled?
It supports the organizations that are very important to the community.
Yeah, and you know because of your years with Guilford Savings.
Right, I was going to say very
You guys are
similar.
involved with everything.
Yes, very similar to Guilford Savings.
As
Bank.
they are, and they've been around a long time. Maybe not as long. I think Guilford Savings has been around how many years now?
100 and probably about
Yeah.
140.
Jen was just a little girl then.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and I'd like to say that I haven't worked there for 149
Yeah, but they've been around since the 50s, so they're an old fundraising group and going stronger than ever from what I hear.
Oh yes, very. Yeah, we are. We're being more recognized throughout the community because we got a lot of young blood coming in now.
That's a good
like
thing.
myself.
All right, guys, thank you.
Thank you, Tony.
Okay, folks, we're working our way up the assembly route. We're about halfway up Whitfield Street now, and we're getting close to tip-off time. It's almost 9:30. But bottom line, we're with the Guilford Garden Club, which I understand is celebrating the 75th.
75th anniversary.
Okay, and you are?
Judy Oceani.
Alicia Bacon.
Okay, and you got a lot of people here.
Yes, we do. We're an excellent club, and we're very happy that so many of our members have turned out and have made signs, and that we have these 2 cars which were lent to us by Gary, the brother-in-law of one of our members. So we're
Okay,
very
some of this,
lucky.
you guys do a great job around town as far as decorating all kinds of stuff. Where do you do that?
We have all our causes on the signs because people don't realize the hidden gems that we have. Like we go to hospice and arrange flowers. And we do, of course, we do the Christmas boutique, and we do the Broad Street. But we
Candle
do-
Walk on Broad Street, yeah.
Right, but we just did Rollwood Park. We dedicated the first pocket park in our history this June. And we do the Griswold House Gardens, and we've planted 58 trees. We do the Highland House, and we do the Children's Gardens.
All right, that's enough.
Lots. And we get tired.
No, it isn't that. I understand you guys do an awful lot, and it's fantastic. And you do it all out of your own pocket.
Yes, we do. We
which
do.
is good. You're not on any budget or anything from the town.
No, absolutely not. We do not get any money from town. The wreath sale that we do at the same time that we do the decorating of Broad Street is how we make our money, and then we use that for our projects, but we get no money from
And I'm looking at your group. You're 75 years as an organization. There is not one person in here that even comes close to that age.
Oh, you're so right, yes.
I might be the closest.
Oh, there's May Olmsted.
No, we don't want to mention those names. And you have some great hats, by the way. Those hats would.
Nobody's anywhere near being 75.
I'm a racehorse fan. When you go to Saratoga or Kentucky Derby or whatever, these hats would fit right in.
Aren't they wonderful? They are excellent hats, yes.
All right, thanks a lot, guys. We'll see you on the route.
All right, we're here with the Adams Middle School Orchestra and Mr. Chris Jones, and I hate to bring this up on TV, but last year I think you were in a tie. You look a little bit more casual this year. What's going on?
Well, we're doing a fiddle float, so we're all dressed up as farmers to also celebrate the 375th. And we're going down Boston Street, playing the Road to Boston, which is a fiddle tune from 1870-ish. And since the Boston Post Road is a central part of just the commerce through Guilford, I thought that was a good tune for this year. And we're also playing a couple more, some Irish tunes and some other stuff like that.
That's great. So a lot of thought went into it. And I know I ask you this every year, but we've only been in school for, I think it's like 18 days. So how did you get everybody to pull this together? I mean, I hear them tuning up in the background. They sound great.
I made a lot of threats. But the students got the music about 2 weeks before school. So they showed up at school having learned some of it, and they listened into the tunes. And then every day we just chipped away at them, and they memorized them in, about 10, 15 school days. They're working hard.
All right, looking forward to hearing them. Great job. Thanks.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, folks, another group that's going to be marching, you'll see them in a few minutes as we cover the parade, is the group from Our Lady of Mercy Elementary School.
Correct.
Correct. And you are?
Kelly B.
And what do you do here?
I am one of the mother volunteers, and I coordinated our school to be marching here in the parade.
That's a good thing. Yeah. And you're here actually several years now.
Several years. The school has been, it's our 60th anniversary, so we've been in the community for 60 years, and we're a parish school at St. George's, and we figured that to support our parish and to support the students from Guilford, that we would come together and march.
Oh, good deal. And you are?
My name's Sister Christine Hoffner, and I'm a teacher at Our Lady of Mercy School.
And what do you teach?
I teach the middle school math, so I have 7th grade homeroom and teach math.
Now, what's the age group or the grade groups that you have at Our Lady of Mercy?
We start with the early childhood program, which is pre-K and kindergarten, and then at the main campus we're grades 1 through 8.
And the main campus is on Neck Road, correct?
Correct.
What a beautiful location you have.
Yeah, it is. It really doesn't get much better.
I mean, Guilford has some great public schools and some great locations, but when you're on Long Island Sound like that,
It's very true.
it's really beautiful. Now, you said you teach middle
School math.
math. Okay. There's a math expert behind the camera there. He actually is.
Wonderful, wonderful. Great
He's
teacher.
a doctor of math. He has a PhD.
Well, we might have to recruit him.
He hasn't learned how to run that camera yet after all these years, but he can add and subtract.
Okay.
But it's really great to see you down. You're very, very young. You look very young.
I get a little older each year, so.
I'm not supposed to ask you how old you are. I just want to say that however old you are, you look younger than what it really is, I guess.
Thank you.
And where did you go to school?
I actually graduated from Ledyard High School here in Connecticut.
Oh, Ledyard?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I got somebody here from Montville that's part of our crew.
Oh, wonderful. They were our rivals.
I'll bet. Bet. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.
Same to you.
Thanks.
We'll see you on the parade route.
Great.
Okay.
Hi, we're with St. Mary's School Fife and Drum Corps. Could you introduce yourself and just let us know a little bit about what you'll be doing today in the parade?
My name is Brendan Mason. I'm the director of the St. Mary's Fife and Drum Corps, and these are the kids from St. Mary's School in Brantford, Connecticut, and we're just happy to be here to help Guilford celebrate their 375th anniversary.
So, in addition to marching and parade, you're going to take part in the muster down at the fairgrounds afterwards?
Yep.
So, you're the first Fife and Drum Corps we've talked to today about that. Let us know a little bit about what's going to be happening down at the fairgrounds today.
Yeah, so a muster is basically a gathering of Fife and Drum Corps. The drum corps march on, and they each play a song, and then they march off, and it's a tradition that's been going on since the Revolutionary War.
Now, will it be happening inside the fairgrounds, or?
Yes, it's on the fairgrounds.
It's on the fairgrounds.
Yep. All right.
Perfect. Have fun. We'll be looking forward to hearing from you.
Thank you very much.
Okay, folks, we're now hooked up with the Interfaith Ministries. There's Holly Wood. Do you know why she's Holly? Come over here, Holly. Come over here.
That was the biggest mistake I ever made.
Biggest mistake you ever made. Do you know why this is not Betsy? Why her name is Hollywood? Explain that.
When I was a little girl, I wanted to go to Hollywood and be an actress, so I named myself Hollywood.
All right,
And
well, here's your big chance.
Yes.
You're auditioning. All right, go over there. All right, who do we have here from Interfaith Ministries?
Joanne Carson, Director of Guilford Interfaith.
Bob Donahue, President.
Former Director of Guilford Interfaith Ministries, Meals on Wheels.
I'm Marta Slattery, the current Director of Meals on Wheels.
All right, you cover all bases, really. So somebody want to tell me what all the services that you're involved in?
Sure. We are
on that side of you.
Sure. We're the umbrella organization for Meals on Wheels here in town, available to anyone who's having difficulty preparing a nutritious meal. We also have a friendly visiting program where we match a visitor with someone who's homebound and isolated. And then there's Charlie's Closet. We need to move because the...
1 minute. We're blocking somebody's driveway. That's okay.
I know. Charlie's Closet is your source for used durable medical equipment, and a lot of people know about us. For $1, you get your wheelchair that I'll be riding in today on the parade, and then we co-direct the food bank with Guilford Social Services.
My cameraman said he was there yesterday.
Yes, he was. We know Don well.
And his wife is going in for surgery, and they're anticipating what she might need. They stopped over.
Exactly. And then we'll talk about whether Meals on Wheels will help them during her recuperation phase, and hopefully do some things to make it a little bit easier for them while she's...
And you are one of the agencies that I think the Community Fund supports.
Absolutely.
Your money comes from a variety of sources.
Right, absolutely. The Community Fund is just crucial to our operation, as are the monies we get from the town of Guilford through the Human Services Council. So your tax dollars are being put to good use there. And then our clients donate, and so many donations from Charlie's Closet. It's really, really, really neighbors helping neighbors here in Guilford.
All right, good job. Thanks for your time. Okay, folks, we're with the Guilford Youth Cheerleaders, but a second group also, correct?
Yes, the Guilford High School cheerleading team.
And you are?
Mary Withington, their coach.
And I can read, so you're part of the high school group.
That's right.
In what capacity?
The head coach.
You're the head coach. Yes. Are you a teacher there too?
No.
Okay. And you are?
I'm Shannon Cirillo. I'm the head coach for the cheerleaders for our youth program.
Okay, now what's the difference? I know the high school kids are at high school. Where are these kids from? The younger ones?
Well, they're from youth. They start in grade 4th up to grade 8th.
Okay, and they get together on a regular basis?
Yes, we cheer for the youth football teams.
Okay, and what are you going to do on the route? And
They're
you're
gonna.
marching.
They have some cheers that they're going to do along the way. They're going to hand out some beads, I think. Make a lot
Do
of
they cheer
noise.
together? Both groups?
Yeah, sometimes.
What's the best cheer that you groups do together? What's the best one? You want to do that for me now? Go for it. On 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, great job, guys. Great job.
Okay, we're here with the Guilford Fund for Education. Introduce yourself and let us know a little about what's coming up for GFAE.
Well, sure. My name is Herb Schwartz. I am on the grants committee of the GFFD, and I do some development work for them too. Of course, every year we have the adult spelling bee. This year it's going to be in April. However, today we're putting on the kids spelling bee. The kids spelling bee, of course, is for kids, and it's at 2 o'clock this afternoon at the Guilford Fair. What we do is we raise money in the community and give that money away as grants to teachers and other educators for projects that they couldn't otherwise get funded. We've been at this for about 8 years, and we've given away about $250,000.
All right, thanks very much.
Okay, Matt, take care.
All right,
Bye-bye.
fun.
Okay, folks, I am with the Lieutenant Governor. And Nancy, so great to have you here. We've had the governor here a few times, and senators, and right down the line.
We love this. This is a great parade. It feels like a real great community, and it's bringing everybody out together, and it doesn't matter what party you're from or anything, you're walking together because Guilford's a wonderful place to live.
And we have a connection, an indirect connection to you in that Marty Carlson is a
Yes.
Guilford resident and very, very close to you.
Absolutely. Marty used to be one of the deputy state controllers, and now she is the deputy controller under Kevin Lembo,
Yeah, and
who is a Guilford resident.
so what'd you do? Did you fire her? Or?
No, she decided to stay with that office, and a wonderful man like Kevin Lembo.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're honored to have you here, and the town
Thank
of Guilford is, and all the people that have come down over the years.
Wonderful. It really is. And because it feels so good to be here, it is a wonderful town. It's a wonderful time to be with people, and I couldn't ask for a better day here. And it's a pretty short parade.
And regardless of who wins our election in November, you're going to have some new blood. I see Senator Meyer here.
Yeah, right.
Who's packing it in as well as
I know,
Pat Whitletts.
Pat Whitletts, and we're going to miss both of them. It's a loss for Guilford, but I know that they have other things to do, but we'll replace them with some great people.
Okay, well, great to see you here. Thanks for coming down.
Thanks so much.
Okay, folks, we're actually very, very close to the start of the parade, so we only have a minute, but you are?
I'm Lucy Haskell, the co-chair of the Youth Advisory Group
Okay, advisory group for?
for the Guilford Foundation. So we're part of the Interact Club at the high school and the Guilford Foundation, and we are a grant writing group, and we fund projects in the community that help Guilford's youth.
And your parent organization, so to speak, is the Interact Group,
Interact Group and the Guilford Foundation.
which
both.
is loosely related to the Guilford Rotary Club.
Yes,
And
exactly.
Al Jacobs is your guy, right?
Yes, he is. He's been a huge help. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we had to get rid of him somehow, so that's how we did that.
Oh, well, we're glad
we
to
gave
have
him to you.
Yeah, we're glad to take him. He's been fantastic.
You know I'm kidding.
Yeah.
Okay, what are you guys doing here today?
We're selling popcorn and we're selling baked goods and just promoting our name.
Okay, and you should do very well. There's a lot of people here today.
Yeah, great turnout. It looks
Yeah.
fantastic.
On a beautiful day.
Mm-hmm.
All
We
right.
lucked out.
Thanks for all the information.
Thank you.
We'll see you on. Okay, folks, we have made our way to our last stop on the taping. I think we're also going to try to get down to the fairgrounds because all of the fife and drums are going to be doing a muster a little bit later. We're going to try to do that, which, by the way, is why I'm parked in the wrong direction in the wrong spot. And I thank you very much for not giving me a ticket.
That's quite all right.
You didn't give me a ticket.
Not at all.
All right, you sure?
I'm sure.
All right, I left you a big sign over here so that you would know not to do that.
You didn't even need the sign, and I knew what it was.
You knew what it was. Okay.
Absolutely.
And you
Been
are
doing it for 40 years. Sergeant Hank Lindgren.
And you said this is your last parade in uniform.
Absolutely. I'm retiring at the end of October.
You have 40 years in Guilford?
40 years in Guilford,
Wow.
and 9 months before that in Brantford. So,
Wow, how has the town changed in 40 years?
well, let's put it this way. When I got hired in 75, there was I was making $8,400 a year. There was 9,000 residents, so I didn't even get a buck ahead.
But if they paid you only for the ones that needed your services, it would have been less. Look at it that way.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
Well, I really appreciate everything that you've done for the town over 40 years.
Well, thank you much.
And not giving me a ticket.
Not a problem.
All
I
right.
love doing every minute of it.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
All right, I'm back with Matt, who you have seen before on this program, but now Charlie has joined us. Charlie, where the heck have you been?
The Merritt Parkway.
But you know that I have a very tight schedule and that I want you here at a certain time. I don't care what your problem is. Why weren't you here?
Because there was some guy doing 57 in the left lane. You talked to him.
Okay, and you actually did get here a little while ago.
Yeah, I got a little bit of the flavor. I got a picture of my nephew on the float, and hit cilantro for some coffee. It's all good.
All right, well, Matt and I probably have to give our apologies to all the people we insulted along the way.
Yeah, we'll try to make it up to them when they pass us around the corner. And I just want to make sure you understand which son-in-law was here from the beginning and made sure to make this a priority this morning.
It makes no difference. It makes no difference at all. I mean, you are what you are, and he is what he is, and, that's it.
That would be the son-in-law who lives 200 yards from here?
I mean, you were the first son-in-law, you were the second, you know how it is. Anyway, you got the grandchildren here, that's even more important.
Yep.
Now, we met Lucas on the route. He's going to be on the Calvin Lead float. And Jordan's going to be marching.
Jordan's going to be marching with the Community Fund and Guilford Before and After Care.
Oh, that's great. 'Cause I have to see him because Jordan gave me something yesterday. He gave me a name tag so people would know who I am.
Yeah.
Only it doesn't say Tony or anything like that. It says Bappa, just so you know. So when Jordan gets here, I have to put my
Yeah,
name
the
tag on.
Yep.
All
We
right.
all have them. You're the only one who's brave enough to wear it.
All right, take a break. I'm going to put it on.
Because, Charlie, you have...
Okay. We have about a minute maybe before the parade actually makes its way over here. And I wanted to introduce Stephanie. Now, Stephanie, we met at the GCTV studio last week. What are you doing there?
I'm helping Shannon with some of the tutorials so that way more people can use the equipment and be able to do more shows.
And what are you doing here today?
Today I'm helping you film the parade and interview more people about the parade and learn as much as they can about the citizens here.
Yeah, Donald Beckler is directing and doing camera. You're like the assistant director.
Right.
Okay, well, that's good because he needs all the help he can get.
I don't know about that. He's teaching me a lot.
Yeah, he's doing a good job. All right, thanks, Stephanie. Nice meeting you. Okay, folks, the parade is about 100 yards away from us right now, and of course, the lead in the parade is always, as always, and I'm not really sure how many years this has been going on, probably as many years as there has been a fair, which I believe started in the late 1850s. But in any event, and I apologize, I always try to get a word or a quick interview with with one of the members of the committee that actually organizes this parade, usually Stephen Page or Frank Ivkovic, but we just didn't have time to do that this time. But in any event, the Guilford Police Department is the lead, followed by the Men and Women's Auxiliary VFW 7666. So I want to mention that it's just a fabulous, fabulous day weather-wise. Temperature is probably about 70 degrees. The green is ringed with thousands of people, which makes this even more fun for the people marching in the parade because they get to see so many of the folks that they know. And the folks obviously watching the parade get to see their friends and relatives and kids and grandchildren and so forth that are involved in the parade as well. So we do have the police department, and followed by the Men and Ladies Auxiliary VFW. And from what I understand, the VFW, by the way, I think is starting to move forward now. They've been they got some sort of a grant from the state, so they'll be replacing that rundown building with a new building at some point. I'm sure they're still in a fundraising mode, which all things considered is a good thing for them and for the town of Guilford. And then we have the Governor's Foot Guard, and we in previous years have actually had governors and senators, and Senator Blumenthal has been here in the past, and Governor Malloy and others. This year we were honored to have Nancy Wyman, who is the Lieutenant Governor, join us in our parade today. And she is with all of the dignitaries and current elected officials in the town of Guilford. And as soon as they make the corner there so that Donald can get a shot of this, I'll do the best I can at identifying all of them. I see Nancy Wyman, who we spoke to earlier, our first selectman, retiring Pat Woodlitz and Ed Meyer, both retiring. The Board of Selectmen is here, as well as some really important dignitary. I see my buddy Gene Bishop there as well. And I'm not sure who's in the car because it has tinted glass, but obviously somebody is in there of importance. Right after that is the van, which Guilford Savings Bank. Now, let's understand that this parade does not happen without Guilford Savings Bank. Guilford Savings Bank is the sole sponsor. They pony up all the money necessary to run this parade, which, again, had I done an interview earlier, you would have noticed that, bottom line, there's a lot of money that is necessary to put this parade on every year, and Guilford Savings Bank does it all. And without them, it does not happen. So we really appreciate everything that Guilford Savings Bank does for the town of Guilford on a daily basis, but certainly everything they do as the sole sponsor of this parade. And here's one of my favorite tellers, Linda. You get to know some of these people from the waist up because you don't see the rest of them when you go through the drive-thru teller. But there's the whole body walking by now. And they're giving out bags. That's really nice. Nice of them to do that. All right, right after that is the 375th Committee. And have they done a phenomenal job this year of commemorating the 375th anniversary of the town of Guilford? They have just done a magnificent job going back almost a year ago with activities. They actually started out with a silent and live auction, and from there it went to the great event that they had on New Year's Day Eve, actually, followed by a number of activities during the course of the year. And there's GCTV. Good to see you guys. I'll just mention quickly, GCTV is going to be putting on a program October 30th at the Guilford Library. And I'm going to turn the microphone over now to Matt and Charlie.
That's Tony Fabiano up there trying to do business. I'm trying to bother him.
All right, thanks to Tony. Passing in front of us now is the Guilford High School Band. Didn't get a chance to talk them before the lineup, but they sound great.
You can't go wrong with a little Kool in the Gang, can you, Matt? Some people may not be aware, but traditionally this is the song that is played at Shea Stadium after a Mets win.
I haven't heard it in a while.
Right, you wouldn't be aware of that because it's the Mets. Yeah, with the list of the boosters who have supported Guilford High School Band and helped them get some new uniforms this year. I see a lot of the usual names, Bishop's Orchards. I see Spider-Man on a Segway, which usually is an indication that characters in costumes is coming up.
Here comes characters in costumes. What do we have? SpongeBob?
Characters in costumes, all in full regalia today. Great to see them. But also, I don't know which one is Eileen, but she's in there, maybe on one of the Segways. They do a great job supplying all these costumes for 1 million events during the course of the year, and they're also doing tuxedos.
It's actually very sad about Spider-Man and the Segway. He totally ruined his knees climbing up and down buildings, and the Segway is much lower impact. This group up here is the Community Nursery School. It's been offering play-based early childhood education to families in Guilford and surrounding towns since 1955. offer programs for toddlers with parent, 3-year-olds, and 4-year-olds. And they're at guilfordcns.org if you'd like to get some more information.
Turning the corner right now is the Brantford Town Band, making music since 1949. Always looking for new members, no audition necessary. If you'd like more information on how to become a member, you can check out their Facebook page.
Let's see them. Cheerleading. Love to walk in the town's parade. And they wanted to
Just turning the corner is North Guilford Congregational Church. They're holding signs to celebrate the 375th, from present day all the way back in time. Next up, Stony Creek Fife and Drum Corps, organized in 1886. They've been playing continuously since then throughout New England. If you'd like more information, their website, stonycreekdrumcorps.org. Some of the most important people in Guilford turning the corner right now, our fire department. Following the members of the fire department, it looks to be just about every fire truck in town.
It's a lot nicer to see the fire trucks and the ambulances when they're driving real slow.
Okay, this is Tony again, guys. As you can see, there's a lot of pieces of equipment that the Guilford Fire Department has entered into the parade this year, and just you get some idea of the great job that they do, in part obviously by full-time firefighters, but in addition, the number of volunteer firefighters that the town of Guilford is blessed to have is phenomenal. We really have, I think, top of the line people, both in full-time paid capacity as well as those that volunteer, and just a great job that they do. I will mention that the parade committee has given us a list of all of the entrants, and they're more or less in order, but occasionally somebody steps out and is not quite in the order that they've given it to us. So that could happen that, we could be describing the fire department and characters in costumes comes by, so, but that's, this is not NBC, folks, this is GCTV, so keep that in mind. And even though I've been doing it a lot of years, one of these years I'll get it right. I did mention quickly that GCTV that went by earlier, where I am a volunteer, as well as Donald is a volunteer, and Charlie and Matt and Stephanie and other people that you've met here, we're all volunteers. They are doing a program at the Guilford Library on October 30th, and the purpose for the program is to familiarize the community in greater detail with some of the assets and the resources that Guilford GCTV, Guilford Community Television actually is, and how to use it, maybe more than what's already being used. More and more people are learning the benefit of that, but you'll actually see and hear if you show up that night, and I'm sure it will be videotaped, the program on October 30th at the Guilford Library. I'll also mention that Guilford Library, while I'm on the subject, next weekend has their annual book and bake sale, which is a huge, huge event in this town. And very important that we support them financially because all of the money that they raise goes back into the community. And next weekend, which I think is the 27th. I don't want to say it.
6, 7, and 8.
26th, 27th, and 28th. Okay, Donald just, as he does frequently, corrected me.
Well, it might be over by the time they see this.
But bottom line, it's important for us to do that. I'm going to hand the microphone back to Charlie now, and he'll talk about Carl's Crusaders. Do you have the information on this? You do.
So Carl's Crusaders is turning the corner now. They actually just had their big Closer to Free race. I think it was 2 weeks ago already. Huge bike race that people were riding all over the state. Gotta say, I like the logos. They're a little reminiscent of the Lost TV show logos. Anyway, friends Doug and Trish McGee, I know they were in the Closer to Free bike race. They're so dedicated after that long day, they were ready to start riding again the next morning.
Here we have the Westbrook Fife and Drum Corps. Organized in 1910, this group has performed throughout New England, New York, Colonial Williamsburg, Yorktown, Valley Forge, and Switzerland.
Guilford Agriculture Society coming around the corner next. This weekend is all about them. They're the organizers of the fair. They make this weekend happen in addition to the parade committee. But all the important work they do throughout the year, and this is their big weekend. They live for this these 3 days. So we should have tractors coming about 2 at a time down the street.
After Sage the Donkey.
One of my favorite things about this time of year is living down the street. Starting about a week and a half ago, we just have tractors passing in front of the house on a daily basis. Everybody taking the tractors out of the garage, make sure they're running, bringing them up and down the street. It's a lot of fun.
You get a lot less of that in Yonkers.
I'm sure that didn't get on the mic. We'll edit that out.
Once again, this is not NBC, folks.
And he's not talking about any of the people driving the tractors. He's actually talking about the animal.
Plausible Deniability by Matt Espinosa, ladies and gentlemen.
Got the antifreeze right there just in case. Cub Cadet.
Just looking out right there. We got some Farmall, we got some Cub Cadet. We got a guy from Long Island trying to talk about tractors and sound like he knows what he's talking about.
Coming around the corner now, I see Austin and Garrett Brown. Can't believe how big they're getting. They used to be next door neighbors, lived across the street from me. Driving another Farmall. See, I can read, I know tractors. Actually, it just looks like Austin. I don't see Garrett. I thought that was Garrett, but maybe he's coming up.
I think it's interesting that the Farmall guys don't want to hang out with the John Deere guys.
They actually put a Fife and Drum Corps in between them just so they don't start any arguments about who has a better tractor.
How you doing, Bill?
It's like when mom has to sit between the two kids at the restaurant.
I don't know if you just saw it, but we just saw Gary, who was walking with the dignitaries, sprinting back so he can get with the Democratic committee. That's dedication right there. Deep River Junior Ancients Fife and Drum Corps. in the John Deere section of the parade. While we're talking tractors, Charlie, what would be your preference in tractor purchase?
Oh, easily John Deere, because, green.
I was going to say green. I'd have to go with the John Deere because I like the green.
Hang on, I think I want that one. I'm pretty sure I could drive that home on the Merritt Parkway.
A&W Excavation, that thing is no joke. I think it's got nitrous tanks.
Is that a tractor or a funny car? That doesn't look much like a tractor engine.
I think we said earlier this is the largest parade in the history of the parade, and now I can see why. Look at, you know what? The end of the parade hasn't even left the corner of Boston Street yet. Hey, Bill, you made the front page. You're on the front page of the Shoreline Times.
I'm pretty sure that last tractor is actually older than Tony.
No comment from the other son-in-law. Here comes Seth Brown. And he's been a part of the Agricultural Society as long as I've known him. One of the best things about seeing the tractors going by is all the children learning to drive the tractors. I just saw an 8-year-old who was driving a tractor with more confidence than I can drive my car.
Come over here. No? How about her? You come over here. I'm sure I have bet on that horse more than once.
And lost.
Oh, here we go. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, who are you?
I'm Melissa Sorensen.
And who's this?
This is Pumpkin.
Pumpkin?
Yeah.
Pumpkin, you are a great looking horse. It's a pony, I guess, huh?
Yeah, it's a pony.
Whoa! You want to say that again? What is he?
She's a Welsh mix. I don't remember what else she is.
It's full grown?
Yes.
Oh, fantastic. Where does Pumpkin live?
We're on Route 80 in Memory Farm or Ted Jones.
Night. I think the dog and the horse are talking to each other.
I think turning the corner now is the Skunk Misery Ramblers Fiddle Club. On the back of a flatbed truck donated by Landon Lumber. I would have liked to have met up with this group on the route. Get a little background as far as their name. Skunk Misery Ramblers. I think there's a road named Skunk Misery.
Guilford Rotary Club celebrating its 60th annual rose sale the last 2 weekends in October. Make sure you get your roses, guys. $15 a dozen. Contact any Rotarian. How are you? Oh, Cindy. Don't do this to me.
How you doing, Tone? It's a great
How are you
parade.
doing? How are you doing?
You were right. I thought you were talking.
Some of the political groups coming through now. The Guilford Republican Town Committee.
Bill Belichick, not to be confused with Bill Belichick.
He dresses better than Bill Belichick.
Might be Chester. Let's see. Not yet. A little break in the action. Again, another fife and drum corps coming through, getting ready for the muster down at the fairgrounds.
This is the Ancient Mariners Fife and Drum Corps, celebrating both Guilford Fair and Talk Like a Pirate Day.
That was yesterday.
It was yesterday, but there was no parade yesterday. I'm hoping they play Iron Maiden covers.
In case you missed that really important announcement, the Guilford Rotary Club is celebrating its 60th, we think, annual Rose Sale. And I'm standing next to Al Jacobs, who is in charge of the Interact Club. I've referred to him earlier in a very disingenuous way.
Did you say nice things about me this time?
No.
It's so unlike you.
But all the kids did. They said you're fantastic.
No, those kids, they're the ones that are.
They have a lot to learn.
They got a lot to learn. They're just great kids. It's an honor to work with them.
Oh, you do a great job with them. Here you go, guys.
Not that the fife and drum corps don't do an excellent job on a yearly basis, but they brought their A game today. The way are they taking these corners and turning? It's precision. They must be getting ready for the muster. Guilford Youth Family Services next. Marching is the youth board, as well as GHS SAD, Family Theater. Adams Middle School Band is next. Missed them on the parade route at the beginning this year. They always do an excellent job for the parade. Sounds like a little My Country 'Tis of Thee.
I think it's actually God Save the Queen. Here we have the Guilford Fund for Education, community-based organization. Its purpose is to encourage and support innovative projects that will enrich the education and growth of all students in Guilford. It has grant programs which provide funds for educational opportunities outside the scope of the regular operating budget of the agency, which the applicant is affiliated. This year, the Guilford Fund for Education is sponsoring the Kids Spelling Bee at the Guilford Fair.
We do the spelling bee every year. My son was in the preliminary rounds. He told me the word he got out on. I can't remember at this point. The adult spelling bee is going to be in April. Always a big event for the GFFE.
Will you be participating in the adult spelling bee, or is that too much pressure for a school official?
Every year I see the words that those people have to spell, and I know that I will never be part of that spelling because I'm not getting up on stage and making that big of a fool of myself. Well, I'm not sure. I'm guessing this is Chester Fife and Drum.
You are correct, sir.
Guilford Boatyards, turning the corner. Repaired boats, built and repaired boats for over 275 years. Guilford Interfaith Ministries. Tony spoke to them on the route.
The next fife and drum corps coming up the road is from St. Mary's School in Branford, Connecticut. This is one of the newer fife and drum corps in the parade. They were organized in October 2012 under the direction of Father Christopher Ford, the pastor of the St. Mary's Church and School. His inspiration dated back to the wonderful history of Catholic schools organizing exceptional drum corps for their school children during its heyday back in the 20s through the 70s. The St. Mary's Drum Corps is extremely excited to participate in the 375th anniversary parade and muster.
Next up is Our Lady of Mercy, who every year have the best snacks along the parade route in the morning. Tony got a chance to speak to them before we came to the corner.
I'm now going to say this really loud because my mother-in-law is on the parade route. There is a man approaching with a large snake.
There she goes.
He's not just a random man with a snake. He's actually from the Meeks Point Nature Center. They actually always have a really nice booth at the fair where you can interact with some of the animals. If, of course, you're not a reptile phobic like...
He's actually hiding behind a car right now.
Right, well, it's good. It's hard for a snake to get through a pickup truck. The snake is gone, Chris. It's safe. But watch out for Elmo.
Somebody interview Elmo. Elmo!
I dare you. See if you can pull this off. Go interview the character.
Charlie, interview Elmo.
Yes, I'm here with Elmo. Elmo, what brings you to Guilford today?
I'm just trying to bring happiness to people, you know? That's how we do it in Guilford.
That's a beautiful thing, Elmo. Thank you.
Characters and costumes.
You got it. Sounds like Elmo's voice finally changed.
I was impressed when I found out that characters and costumes have already been around for 25 years. Yeah. As you can tell by the amount of politicians we have in the parade today, it is an election year. Without getting too much into the political situation, it's nice to see this many people mobilized and out.
This is in no way a political endorsement, but that was a nice Chevy Malibu.
I think I see Gandalf.
Hey, Steve. Oh, I thought you were Sean.
Is that Gandalf or is that Professor Dumbledore? It's hard to tell.
Hi, Peter. How are you, Peter? Good.
I have the list of like which foods got which fries.
Oh, good. Oh, yeah, okay.
Give me that microphone.
How you want to do it?
Hold on, Todd.
Veronica?
Yes.
Great to see you. What a phenomenal job you did with the 375th.
Thank you, Tony. I appreciate it. We've had a lot of fun this year, a lot of work, and a lot of great people that helped us.
And at the end of this parade, you're going to have the muster, right?
Right. That's our last event, the muster, and then I hope people will come out and support the Ag Society and see some great drum and fife companies that have traveled all the way here to help us celebrate. So we're really going to have a good time.
Thanks for everything you've done.
Oh, thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Okay, and I'm here with Todd Page. He's one of the marshals of the parade, and he's going to give us a rundown of the winners of the different competitions.
Absolutely. So each float gets a first prize in a different category. And this year, the people who won various floats are A.W. Cox School was given Most Creative, Calvin Leet School was given Best Design, Melissa Jones School was given Most Original, Guilford Lakes was Best Use of Props, and Baldwin Middle School was Most Creative.
That's great. Thanks a lot, and congratulations to all the winners.
Just to repeat, Calvin Leet, Best Design. Nice job, Calvin Leet, fourth graders. Adams Middle School Orchestra passing by, the fiddle crew. Had a chance to talk to Mr. Jones about how they chose a song and got the practice in this early in the school year.
Judy!
Guilford Garden Club walking by right now. We love the work they do around town. There's a sign right there, 58 trees planted in Guilford. It's always nice to, go around in the corners of Guilford and in the intersections, see all the great work they do, making Guilford look beautiful every summer and every fall. This is actually the Garden Club's 75th anniversary this year. There's Mrs. Olmsted. I actually had breakfast with her this morning.
And coming up here, we have the Guilford Community Fund. It's a community-based organization that raises money and then distributes funds to a number of different programs and organizations, supporting all sorts of activities from Sarah to the Orchard House, domestic violence services, Women and Family Life Center, the Cove. Really great organization. They do a lot of good stuff. For more information, you can visit their website at guilfordcommunityfund.org.
Here comes the cutest boy in the parade.
Let me see that microphone. Hey, Jordan. Jordan, come here. What's your name?
Jordan.
Jordan, what are you doing? Marching?
Yeah.
Did you see my name tag?
Yes.
You see it? Yeah. Where'd that come from?
Mesh.
All right, good job. Go ahead, march. Are you coming here? Are you going to stay here? You need my name tag.
Community Fund still walking by, turning the corner. See Aiden Webster. Anna Webster.
How are you?
So we've picked up another spectator here at the reviewing stand. I'm hoping at some point Jordan will actually be my replacement on this job.
And the other one.
Coming up here, we have the Friends of the Guilford Free Library. They seem exceptionally perky this morning.
They have their annual book and bake sale next weekend. If you need books, it's the place to go. They always have so many great books for sale and a lot of good stuff to eat.
Yeah, the Guilford Library, we mentioned already, is going to have their bake and book sale next weekend, the 26th, 27th, and 28th, Donald? 26th, 27th, and 28th. Good job.
Go Red Sox.
More friends turning the corner, being pulled by the tractor. This is a group that we were able to talk to along the route before the parade started. And this is the one I was waiting to see. Here they come. It's Nutmegger Chimney. They always do a great job, but they outdid themselves this year. The beauty queen is questionable, at best. But the walking presents are a great idea for Guilford's 375th birthday. Another little tidbit, they've actually been marching for 25 years, so they've had a lot of practice. Not only do you have just a wonderful beauty queen on top of the van, the choreography is just incredible.
All right, Donald, you got a good shot of the babe on top of that truck? That's Eric, also known as Erica. Erica! Erica! Fantastic! Is that for me? Oh, wow!
Charlie, there are just some things you can't unsee.
I'm trying.
Once again, they're bringing their A game. Look at this Turner. The Sailing Masters from Essex.
I'm with Barbara Puffer, just stopped by. Barbara, you know a little bit about these high school groups, right?
Well, just because my husband's in one. Don't they look good? Class of 69 right there with retiring Judge Joel Helander coming along on a Segway.
Oh, I see him, yeah. Class of 69. Joel.
We're the old timers now.
Good job. How you doing?
In the era of Vietnam, Hawks and Doves, Moonwalk by Armstrong.
Got the history of the 60s right here. And Guilford at the same time.
All right, there's the
And the Masons?
50th right here. The 50th year reunion is right here.
All right, so where's your husband?
He's in some guys in the back.
Can he actually walk the route?
Oh yeah, they walk the route.
They
They're
do,
good.
huh?
You should have seen them partying last night. They were having a blast.
Well, I can relate because I
How
went...
young they all look. They look terrific.
Good job. Who's in charge of this group? Who's in charge of this? Come over here. Come over here. Well, I got to tell you, I went to my 50th high school reunion last week, and you guys look a lot younger. You know, the end of the parade has not reached the corner yet.
All right, here we have Even Yet Still More Fife and Drum Corps. This one is the Higginham Haddam Fife and Drum Corps, organized in 1971. And they're also pleased to participate in the 375th anniversary Citizens Day celebration. And then, here come Sweet Frogs. Excellent frozen yogurt place right in Guilford.
Shoreline Greenway Trail coming through. They're doing a great job getting that trail up and running. You can check out their progress at shorelinegreenwaytrail.org.
Greenway Trail. Where does the Greenway Trail start and where does it end? Look over there.
Oh, it starts in New Haven, and we hope it will go all the way through Guilford to Madison and continue on the way.
Where's it going to end?
Oh, it never ends. If we can keep going, we'll go all the way to the Green Mountains.
Is that right?
Yes.
Oh, well, that'd be great.
And connect with other trails.
All right, you're
right
looking
now,
great.
we're just trying to make it.
You're
Do you see
very
my
green
spider?
yourself. You look fantastic.
Look for my spider.
Oh, get away from me.
The A.W. Cox party's turning the corner now.
Got him.
You want to get him? You want me to get him? We have to start getting the chant going. We'll make sure that when they turn the corner. Again, I got him. You know what?
All right, this is A.W. Cox, right? Yep. All right, A.W. Cox. Both of your wives went to A.W. Cox. Right. So.
Let's hear for the A.W. Cox fourth grade. You guys can cheer for yourself. Let's hear for the A.W. Cox fourth grade class. All right. In case you don't get the theme, Guilford, we are your birthday party.
Hey, what school is this?
We're bringing the birthday to you, Guilford. This is it. This is the birthday party for Guilford.
They brought their own
After
DJ.
375 years, we're finally bringing it to you. All right, who wants to hear Shake It Off? All right, I'm passing the microphone to my singers. Let's hear it for the fourth grade A.W. Cox. I am DJ Peachy, and we're bringing the party to you, Guilford.
So that would be DJ Peachy. Who is bringing the party to you, Guilford?
Big turn in the corner now. We're going to have the Leet float. And the special surprise, of course, is their new principal, Mr. Bill Grimm, is playing the drums. So as soon as it turns, you should get a good glimpse of the new leader, Calvin Leet, banging the skins. Here comes Calvin Leet. You ready? Wow, what school? Nice job, Leet.
Following Calvin Leet, we have the Guilford Lakes School. Nice job, guys.
Do you believe this is a boat theme? Maybe the Pilgrims? 1639, Guilford's first settlers. Not the actual, Massachusetts Pilgrims, of course, but
Guilford had its own Pilgrims?
they had their own Pilgrims.
Let me meet this dog.
Okay.
Who's this?
This is Lewis.
This is Louis?
Lewis.
Louis?
Yeah.
Oh, Louis.
Lewis.
He's a little excited.
He is very excited.
But he does better than my dog. My dog would not handle this. all the commotion.
No, he's a mellow lab. We like him.
Yeah. Louis, you want to say hello to the kids? Huh? Karina, you want to meet this dog? Come on over. This is Louis. Say hi, Louis.
Being a little naughty. He's too excited to listen right now.
All right.
Thank you.
Jones?
What do we got?
Jones.
Louis is a great-looking dog. All right, what school is this? I can't hear you. What school? Who's next?
Baldwin.
You got the award winners and all that?
Yep, we read the award one. Todd brought him over. Even the floats, everything is bigger and better this year with the 375th. The schools did an amazing job being creative with their designs this year.
Sounds like the Melissa Jones crew is running a program to have a new playground put in.
That's right. That's right.
All right, who are you guys? Very nice. I believe they won the award for best use of purple tie-dye.
Turning the corner now is the Journal Colonials Fife and Drum Corps. Again, this year I don't remember so many youth Fife and Drum Corps ever before in the parade. Girl Scouts.
Yeah, we have all flavors of Scouts coming up. The Girl Scouts Lighthouse Service Unit. Girl Scouting has been active in Guilford for over 100 years, building girls of courage, confidence, and character. They do a lot of great community service projects. Mixed in, we have the Cub Scout Pack 475 and the Cub Scout Pack 472.
Oh, dressed up like Girl Scout cookies.
They're dressed up like
Samoa,
cookies.
Get over here.
I was going to say, that's a dangerous outfit to be wearing. You know, I've been on a lot of Boy Scout events, a lot of hikes and such. I have yet to be on one that involved a Segway. I think Guilford Boy Scouts are soft.
It's a sign of the 21st century.
It's sad. It's sad, really. I am just kidding, of course.
Good.
Boy Scout motto, of course, is be prepared, and you know, if you've got a Segway,
That's right.
you're prepared.
Pack 472 crossing the corner. Followed by 475. What do we have? Melissa Jones, followed by Guilford Lakes, I believe it was.
If I am not mistaken, all these Cub Scout groups will be selling popcorn soon. So if you're approached, give them some support. They do a lot of good stuff.
Next, Guilford Land Conservation Trust. 3,000. They protect 3,000 acres in Guilford, and they're best known for one of my favorite places in Guilford, Westwoods. They also do Bluff Head.
Hi, Sarah.
How are you?
How are you?
Good. Good to see you.
This is the president of the Guilford Conservation Land Trust, correct?
Land Conservation Trust.
I knew I'd screw it up. But how you doing?
We're doing great. We're doing great. We just paid off a $300,000 acquisition in Westwoods. And so we're working on beefing up our membership, and we're going to have our 50th anniversary next year.
All right, great job. We appreciate it all.
Crossing now, Guilford Little League. Being involved in the organization for the past few years. Dedicated bunch of coaches, volunteers to keep it running.
Right before the Little League, walking by was the Historic Guilford Museums, a collaboration of Guilford's historic museums representing 4 centuries of life in Guilford. Each house showcases the lifestyle of early inhabitants, the furniture, cooking, implements, and assorted accessories. You know, Tony's asking our status at this point, but I think he's well aware that we are trained professionals.
I enjoy how he's asking how we're doing while he's sitting in back of a seat eating popcorn. Totucket Ancient Fife and Drum Corps going by. Also, a little bit more about Guilford Little League. They've been active in Guilford since 1950. Baseball, softball, t-ball programs for kids ages 4 to 12. They actually have fall ball going on now. It's a year-round thing in Guilford, fall, spring, and summer. Visit guilfordlittleleague.org for more information.
Matt is such a professional, he actually knows how to pronounce Totucket. I've been doing this for years, and I still have no idea. We just had the Noah's Ark float by the Learn and Play Christian Early Learning Center of Brantford. They're currently enrolling ages 6 weeks to 5 years. Up here we have the Bishop's Orchards. We're going to check out their new monument at Covenant Park, the V intersection of Whitfield Street and Old Whitfield Street. Bishop's has been family owned and operated since 1871 and a staple in the Guilford community. Bishop family has descendants that signed the Guilford Covenant in 1639 and part of the community ever since.
Guilford Peace Alliance. They've been on the southwest corner of the Guilford Green as long as I can remember. And apparently there's a never-ending need for the message that they deliver every week. And I guess they're going to get even more active as things go on the way they are right now. But give them a lot of credit for showing up there every Saturday. Every Saturday you're there, and they do a terrific job.
Look at those beautiful dogs. What's that, a shepherd, a Malinois? Whatever that is, that was a good-looking dog. Unfortunately, we don't get sheets about the dogs that walk by.
All right, St. George Men's Group. I got to do them. Okay, that's this tractor with the bucket front loader here is representing the St. George Men's Group, and their latest event is an Italian festival on October 3rd and 4th in the large rear parking lot behind St. George Church. And they're going to have a lot of stuff. It's free admission, first of all, but there's lots of entertainment, lots of food, and should be really good. So we're looking forward to that. So my question is, are you going to have a lot of food? Are you going to have souffrite? Do you know what souffrite is? You do? Wow. Well, the only reason I asked that question, I went to the one in New Haven this year, and one of the vendors had souffrite, which I haven't seen in 50 years.
I've been Italian for 40-something years, and I don't know what souffrite is.
Looks like we have Fort Sarah turning the corner. This is Sarah Tuxas Residential Community Resource Group. This is a float we did not get a chance to see on the gathering route. But again, looking like they're celebrating the 375th.
Hey guys!
Anybody from the community knows what important work Sarah does.
Coming up behind them, sporting the Gadsden flag, is the Moodus Fife and Drum Corps. It's the oldest non-stopping drum corps, organized in 1821 and incorporated in 1860.
Little history lesson about Moodus. It's from the Native American tribe Macamoodus, which translated, if I have this right, to noises. because of the caves and the earthquakes that are present in Motus. The Indian tribe was named after the little noises, Macamotus. North Guilford Nursery School turning the corner.
The groups we just missed was the Guilford High School hockey team. And then we had the crop walk. Been collecting food since 1945 when American farmers sent food crops to Europeans whose crops have been wiped out due to the war.
I feel like today's a little bit of a history lesson. Learning a lot today.
I had to say Gadsden flag because it made me sound smart.
A little break in the action. Let me see that. Okay, guys, here's what's going to happen. There's a muster that's going to take place at the conclusion of the winding down of the parade at the fairgrounds. 7 or 8 of these fife and drum groups are going to perform, so we're going to make our way over there. You guys want to jump in the back of the truck and go with us, or how do you want to do that?
I'm in.
Okay, good.
Nut Plains Farm. Another birthday cake. They look great. Bubbles. Not a party without bubbles. And a giant pumpkin. Yeah. What a nice end to the parade coming up with the bubbles. Got a band playing Happy. The Dirty Water Brass Band. One of the marshals, Todd Page, on the trombone.
More.
And as Tony's shouting more, they all need to catch their breath a little bit.
They're going to jump in the back of the truck and be with us down at the muster.
Gotta say, between the bubbles from the Nut Plains float and the music, feel a little bit like Mardi Gras here on Boston Street.
Put the beads away, Matt. And watch out, there are llamas.
We got people dancing in the streets. Lakeside Llamas. The Llama Lumbers. I've never interviewed a llama, and I don't think today's going to be the first day for me.
Can you bring one of those over? Bring them over here. Can we get a close-up of the llama? What's your name?
Aaliyah.
And what's the llama's name?
Otis.
Elliot? Wow. Can I pet him? Oh, just in the front. Okay.
Beautiful old cars turning the corner. I can tell you it's a Cadillac, but that's as far as I can go. Advertising the pancake breakfast. I do think it's tomorrow. It's today. 12 noon, 8 to 12. So by the time this airs, I think it'll be over. Let's wish them success. Hopefully they did a great job. Another beautiful antique car. I'm not sure the neon green is original.
I think he bought that from ZZ Top.
So with that, I do believe the antique car, followed by the Guilford Police Department, is the end of the parade.
What is that?
We're actually doing some research to find out what kind of car just passed us.
Beautiful.
Our investigative reporter on the scene, Charlie Zeggers.
It's in Auburn.
It's in Auburn.
Never heard of it.
1932 Auburn.
I was just a little kid then.
Hotel Speedster. The beauty of technology. All right, with that, I believe we're going to take a quick break and go down to the fairgrounds for the muster.
Okay, folks, I'm now on the fairgrounds, and I'm with Carl Balistraci, who I'm sure most of you know, if not everybody. And Carl, this is the final signature event for the 375th anniversary committee,
yeah.
the celebration committee. And first of all, it's been a phenomenal year. I know you're a part of that committee, and you guys have just done a phenomenal job.
We put Joe Maz in charge of the weather, and the weather's been great every event.
He did all right, didn't he?
He did.
He did all right. Yeah, and I think that people really enjoyed. I think this was the longest and largest parade in association with the fair.
It certainly seemed that way.
Yeah, it was phenomenal.
A lot of fun.
All right. Now, in a few minutes, you're going to start these folks behind me. Who are they, and what's this all about?
Okay, well, we have 6 drum corps that are going to participate. The Mariners from Guilford, Westbrook, Chester, St. Mary's, which is a brand new corps of juniors, from Brantford, Stony Creek, of course, and the Sailing Masters. They'll each come on and play one piece. And then if the Agricultural Society wants us, some of them will stay and play more. But you asked about a muster.
Yeah, tell me what a muster is. I noticed it's got a long history with it and a long tradition.
Yeah. Musters have been held since the end of the Civil War, and they are not competitions. It's just a friendly gathering of fifers and drummers, and they usually go on and play some tunes by themselves. And then about 20 years ago, we started a new tradition of a circle of friendship when all the corps had finished playing. Everybody in all of the corps got together in a big circle and would play some of the common tunes that they know. We had one famous little article that we found. There was a drum corps up in North Guilford. It was a North Guilford Marshall Band. And it was just after the Civil War. And in those days, of course...
Did you know them?
Yeah. They were all good friends. But there was an article where they marched from North Guilford down to the Green, and then out Boston Street to Chester. They walked. They marched. And the people in Guilford were complaining because they made too much noise.
Is that right?
Because they were playing while they did it. But these musters have been going on a long time. The biggest ones in Connecticut are usually Deep River and Westbrook. Usually at the beginning of summer and at the end of the summer. And a lot of corps come from all over the country now. Since 1976, we've had a lot of new corps. New England and New York used to be the center of this type of music, but now it's down in Florida, it's on the West Coast, it's all over.
Yeah. Now, as I recall, and I could be wrong, weren't you a part of one of these groups at one point in your life?
My father, my uncle, and a lot of Guilford people of their generation were members of Stony Creek. And that was a heyday for them in the 30s. They won something like 6 Connecticut state championships. They went to the World's Fair and won first there in the 30s. And I started when I was 9 years old with the Stony Creek Corps. My mother wanted me to play the violin, but I wanted to play the drum like my old man.
You were a drummer.
Yeah. And we were very fortunate because we had the premier drum instructor in the country, Earl Sturtz. So my generation had the benefit of his instruction, and it was really terrific. And then after I got back from the service in '64, the Ancient Mariners had started in 1959, and I joined them because there were a lot of Guilford people. And currently, I think I'm the oldest fogey in the Ancient Mariners, but
But you're still drumming.
yeah,
That's the main thing.
not parading and drumming, but standing still
but
and drumming.
You're still there. All right. Carl, thanks for the information. We're really looking forward to this.
Okay, thank
All
you.
right.
The Guilford American Legion Fife and Drum Corps, and then went on to Stony Creek. He played for a year or two with the Sons of Liberty in New York, and then came back to Guilford and founded the Mariners. Today, the Mariners are going to play Harem, Scarum, and the Races. Ladies and gentlemen, the Ancient Mariners. One of the unique features of the Mariners is they have become the unofficial alumni for the Old Guard Fife and Drum Corps from Fort Myers, Virginia. Several of these good-looking guys out here are former members of the United States Army Fife and Drum Corps that play for the President and all around the world. But anyway, we thank you, Mariners. Have a good day. Don't forget to eat a lot before you go home. Next up is Westbrook Fife and Drum Corps. Westbrook was founded in 1910, and many of you maybe attend the Westbrook muster each year, usually just before school starts, but it's one of the biggest musters in the country. Today, Westbrook will play Sherman's March and Battle Fall. Westbrook. gentlemen. Now, coming onto the field is the Chester Fife and Drum Corps, one of Connecticut's oldest. They were founded in 1868. And I always remember that back when I was in grade school, and about 170 years ago, the Corps was featured in a Hollywood movie. Am I correct? Who was the star? Doris Day. Doris Day. Right. I think I still have cutouts of that in my scrapbook at home. But anyway, Chester today will play the York's Fusiliers.
All right, with 84 feet for Sandy, 84 feet.
Ladies and gentlemen.
For 13, Chris Gazer. In that order, gentlemen and ladies.
Now coming onto the field is Connecticut's newest Fife and Drum Corps, the St. Mary's School Fife and Drum Corps from Brantford. They were founded in 2012. And as you can tell, they're cute as buttons. When I see these young people playing fifes and drums, I think of the Civil War reenactment that we had, because some of the drummers that went off in that conflict were not much older than these young people, unfortunately. But anyway, Connecticut's newest will play Connecticut State Song, Yankee Doodle. St. Mary's School Fife and Drum Corps. Thank you. Coming onto the field now, a Fife and Drum Corps that really needs no introduction to Guilford. The Stony Creek Fife and Drum Corps, founded in 1886. From time immemorial, a lot of the members of Stony Creek actually came from Guilford. And some of the Creekers that participated in the 20s and the 30s, like my father and my uncle, went on to win, I think it was 6 state championships in a row, New England championships. They went to the World's Fair and won many, many accolades. But I think now Stony Creek mostly enjoys coming to Guilford to parade and going to musters. But anyway, today the Creekers are going to play Roving Sailor and Old Dan Tucker. Stony Creek Fife and Drum Corps, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, gentlemen. And next we have the Sailing Masters of Essex. As you know, Essex had a little bit of activity over there during the War of 1812. This is one of Connecticut's newer corps, founded in 1953. But 63. 63? 63. Their uniforms represent naval uniforms from that period. And the Sailing Masters today will play Navy 2-4. Thank you, Sailing Masters. That concludes our mini-muster for today. I want to thank the corps who participated, the Mariners, Westbrook, Chester, St. Mary's, Stony Creek, and the Sailing Masters. I hope you've enjoyed it. And I'm told that the Agricultural Society would like to have more musters on their field, so maybe there'll be more to come in years ahead. But on behalf of the 375th Celebration Committee, I want to thank you This is the last signature event of our 375th year celebration. Our chairman, Veronica Wallace, is here. And we certainly want to say that we've enjoyed bringing you a lot of events this year and celebrating our community's 375th anniversary. Thank you very much and enjoy the fair.